All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I am a crypto trader, and I trade on the foreign exchange, and I'm here to help you understand the market through an Elliott wave lens, guys. I trade Elliott wave structure. I look at wave structure and analyze that and see where price is going. Guys, it's a very valuable tool and skill to learn and add to your TA, and that's what I'm offering here on YouTube here. That's basically what I focus in on my channel. So if you're new to the channel, that's what you're going to get, guys. It may look like I'm just drawing a bunch of lines on the chart, but really I'm watering down, or at least simplifying the application of Elliott wave trade, so most of you guys can grab it, at least what might be coming next. So what I'm going to do is analyze the market in front of you and show you what I'm thinking is going to happen here on Bitcoin and Litecoin. So let's just not Litecoin, but I used to do Litecoin every day, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, I should say. So let's take a look at those charts and see what's going on. Don't forget, not intending to give you financial advice, never in doing that. Just want to show you my take on the market. If you could take that information and learn from it and grow from it, that'd be fantastic. But please do not trade any idea that I present to you blindly. I don't trade my ideas blindly, guys. I have a trade strategy that I with low risk, with good risk management, with low risk and high reward. So I always have an entry strategy and a risk management strategy that goes with my TA. If as the wave begins to develop, it doesn't look like I have projected, then I don't trade that idea. Obviously, I have other ideas to back it up. So anyway, please, offering ideas on the chart is not telling you what to trade, and I wouldn't advise trading it blindly. Please. With that said, though, let me show you what I'm seeing in the market today. We're going to look at Bitcoin first. We're on the 4-hour chart. What we've been operating on, guys, very simple, is that we have a three-wave correction right now. We have three waves. And when we measure those waves come to the 1618, which is the line of demarcation for corrections. We've had most of the bodies of the candles come to the 1414 area. This zone right here between the 1-to-1 extension and the 1414 area is the main zone right there for corrective waves. The 1618, about 10% of the waves hit there, and about 10% of the waves come to the 786. But in a three-wave motion, that's looking fantastic. So number one, we're looking good as a three-wave. Potentially. Now, number two, we have come down to a structure support zone right here, confluent with that area, and we are bouncing as we should be bouncing. We are bouncing as we should. We have come off of the bottom here. I'm personally, for those of you that understand Elliott wave, I am counting this is the bottom of my wave, not this longer one, but this right here. That's the bottom of my count. I'm excluding this wick here, or either excluding the wick or counting this as a truncated fifth wave. Okay, one may look at this, it looks like three waves in the middle here, but I actually count this as, come on, this wave right in here. When you look on the smaller time frame, that's 5 waves. Okay, it's an ending diagonal is what it is. It's an expanding ending diagonal, 5-wave move. That's my count on that wave. So I'm actually considering as my primary count the C wave is finished, and we're looking for a finished impulse, an impulse wave that's going to be finishing off the bottom here. An impulse wave should have 5 waves in that wave. So let's look and see if these 5 waves are finished, because once those 5 waves are finished, guys, what we would expect then, once we get a 5-wave impulse, okay, we're going to be looking for a 3-wave pullback. Once that 3-wave pullback comes, we're going to be looking for another impulse wave. Okay, so that's the general shape of what I'm looking for. Now let's look at the market and see if the market's giving that to us. So let's go to the smaller time frame and take a peek at the wave. Right there. There we go. All right, we have a very good candidate here for an impulse wave. We got a 1 wave right in there and a 2 wave. Okay, in the smaller time frame, you can see it even better. This is the 3rd wave up to here. We got a 4th wave, and I don't like this as a 5th wave but nevertheless, I'm going to count that as my 5th wave. There's some reasons why I don't care for it, basically because of the subwave count and the measurements of those waves. However, I'm going to let it slide here, and I'm going to say I have a candidate here, a potential for a finished 5-wave impulse. Now, what I have transpiring now is I'm looking for the 3-wave pullback. Okay. Now this 3-wave pullback, the beauty of or the difficulty of of corrective waves is that they can take so many different forms. And this is where we're going to get a lot of chop. And when you guys feel like the market is going sideways, that's what's going on. We're getting probably some kind of a complex something happening in this move. Right now, it looks very simple, but I don't think it's going to remain that way. I think we're going to get a lot of chop in here. However, what we have is a 5-wave move right there on A and a really ugly 3-wave. Now the B may not be finished. This may be something like this. We get another wave down and then something like that. We could get, and all of that could be a B wave. It could even break the top there, and then we'd be looking for a really fast C down. That's an idea for you, and that's what we'd be looking for as a flat. That would be a flat structure. Now it's something you learn as you study Elliott wave, what flats are, what they're made up of, what the subwave counts are. I'm not going to take the time to explain that now. I've got videos on that within my Discord. I teach everybody how to analyze and what the technical specs are for flats. But for now, suffice it to say that we could get something complex like that. We could get something even more complex, what we call a WXY, where the first wave would have to be 3 waves, so we'd have to count that as 3 waves. Second wave is 3, and then the third wave is 3. Now, I know that looks exactly like I just drew, but this could get complex like this. So this could be a 3 there, and we could be getting a 3 like that. So that's a possibility as well. Guys, there's so many different possibilities, but what we're looking for on the larger time frame, on the 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart, that's not a larger time frame, but you know what I'm saying. Larger than 5 minutes, right? Larger than 15 minutes. We're looking for a 3-wave shape, and for that 3-wave shape to come down, and I want to see it retrace about 50 to 60% of this wave. Okay, so we're going to put the retrace fibs on this wave right here, all the way up to there, and we're looking for a 3-wave shape that comes down 50 to 60%. Something. So our zone that we're going to be watching for here is about 34.7 to 3,500, in that ballpark. About 34,000 to about 35,000, something like that, probably. It's going to be confluent probably with the bottom of this wave here, the bottoms of these waves. We got a bunch of touches right in here, right in there. So we're going to look for a 3-wave move that brings itself down to this level. That's what I'm going to be watching for. Now, that's assuming that we have a finished 5-wave move. We're waiting for this 3-wave pullback to finish, okay? And so that's what we're going to call a 1 wave or an impulse wave, 1 and a 2, okay? So this will be, if we counted it, it would be a big 1 and a 2, and then we'd be looking for a 3, 4, 5, and that would actually go up a lot higher than that. However, I can't draw it because I couldn't get it off on the screen. So the 3 would be way up there, okay? And that would be an impulse wave off of this area, okay? So in other words, we'd be looking for a potential 1, 2, and then a 3rd wave way up here, guys. Just a big bullish wave, followed by a 4th wave and then a 5th wave, and that would be good to get us up to about 75 to 80K, something like that, potential. Now, the question is, are we going to get something like that? Well, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. That would mean that this is a very simple correction, and that we're heading up for bigger waves here. We could get. I'd like to see it. Personally, I would like to see it. I kind of go fairly straight up in kind of a parabolic way if we're going to get a bullish wave. So that's the bullish count right there for you. That once this 3-wave move to the downside is finished, and I think we're on our way to that. It's going to be some choppiness to it, I think, but we're on our way. Once that 3-wave move is finished, then we'd be looking for another potential impulse to the upside. Now, is that my bias? No, it's not my bias, guys. I think something else is going to happen personally. But nevertheless, the first 2 waves are going to be the same. We got a finished 1 wave or an A wave followed by a B wave or a second wave of a correction. Okay, let me pull the fibs on that guy down to here. I'm actually looking for some kind of a simple 3-wave move that gets us back up here to about 48 to 50K. The bottom, we got some resistance right there, guys, right there, right at 48 to 50K, right in that range. Okay, looking to come and retest that zone. If it wants to get a little stronger, maybe even 52. But I'm looking for kind of a wave like that for a retrace at least. So I'm bullish for now. However, in the next several days, I think we're going to have some downtrending back to retest this wave that we just got about to come back to about 50 to 60% of that wave, and then we'll be heading up for a more impulsive wave to the upside. That's what I'm thinking could be right now. Let's zoom back in and look at this B wave and see some other thoughts that we can have around that wave. Now, I was short up here from the top this morning, and I had a nice trade down to the downside here, and we're getting a bit of a reversal wave here, but I'm not certain that it's reversing, completely. It could just simply be an intermediate wave of the current wave. What we may be getting is this could be the A wave indeed. Okay, that could be B, and this could be a 1 and a 2 wave of C. 3, 4, 5. That gets us down to our zone here, where we're expecting price to get between 50 and 60%, and this would be an impulse wave. So once this finishes, once this wave finishes its three-wave motion here, we're going to see some more trending to the downside. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what that would be is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an A, a B, and a C wave, okay, correction, okay, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's my primary count. So I'm short right now. I'm probably going to wait for a pullback of this current wave about 50%. The way I trade it is I let the wave reverse. Now I'm looking for a pullback of about 50%, and then we'll look for continuation to the upside in 3 waves. So it'll look something like this. Boom, boom, boom. If we pull the retrace on this particular wave right there, we'd be looking for a target somewhere between 50 and 60%. We've already come 50% just on the A wave, so I imagine this one might even come a little deeper than that. Okay, it's that ballpark right there. To look at structure, we've got some resistance right here and here, right around the 618. So that's a really nice zone to watch right there. So that's what I'll be watching for, guys. That's what I'm personally going to be watching for. Excuse me 1 second. Let me see. I got to refresh my trading screen here. Perfect. All right. So this is my trading computer over here, guys, if you ever wonder what I'm looking at, if I peek at that. So I'm trading and doing videos at the same time. So yeah, I'm watching for a 3-wave pullback, and then I'd like to see a nice big old wave to come on down after that. And that this is going to form 5 waves to the downside. We'd have to count them something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gets us down to our $32,000 zone here, the bottom of this wave. Okay. Let's zoom out just a little bit here. Actually, yeah, that would be good. Let me pull the fibs. Let me pull the fibs on that guy real quick. Yeah, there we go. You're looking for like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. And what that would be is our grander A, B, C wave of our 2, or B wave, and then so that's A and B, and then we'd be going up. We're going to be looking for a buy zone right in here somewhere and buying that C wave. And that's the way we're trading it, guys. That's the way I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. So that's my primary count. That's my basic trade idea right now. Keep in mind that the wave action that can happen up here doesn't have to be this simple. It could get a lot more complex than that. Some complex ideas that could happen. Let me just give you a couple of ideas for complexity here. But we're looking for overall 3 waves. But the complexity that we could get is something like this. Okay, and what this would be is a 3, would be a flat in the middle, and then a 5 wave, and the entire thing would be a 3, 5, 3, 5 correction. That's an example of some complexity. You say, Jim, you just drew a bunch of lines on the chart. Well, I actually drew certain lines. Okay, let me show you based on the structure that's here. Let me explain the lines that I drew. Because I had somebody just comment on my video the other day. just kind of cussing me out, saying this guy doesn't know anything, and yeah, it just really bothers me when people do that. I'm just trying to bring this simply to you, and not so complex. So anyway, so what? There's the first wave. Then we could get like a three-wave move down, a three-wave move up, and then a five-wave, and that's a flat right here, and that could be a B wave of this, and then we'd expect another wave like this, and that would be A, B, C, and all of this would be A, that would be B, and we'd be looking for C, a five-wave move down like that. And that's an example of the complexity that the wave like this could, and what it would feel like is that price is just going sideways for a long time until finally it breaks to the downside really fast like this. And when it does that, everybody's going to start shorting again, and then it's just going to reverse on you because that's the way flats operate. So that's an example of complexity there. So I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I don't know. My take is that we might just get a simple correction here. Simple. 5 waves down like this, and it would be 5, 3, and then 5. ABC, that would then basically bring our B wave, right here, excuse me, bring our B wave to finish right over here, and then we'd be going up for C. So that's the way I'm thinking about the waves, guys. There you go. That's Bitcoin. Let's take a peek at Ethereum as well, just for kicks. Same thing, guys. Same thing, except off of the macro. Instead of just like Bitcoin started with 3 waves down, guys, Ethereum came down with 5 waves, which is very, very scary. And I'm going to bring a video on that tomorrow, why that scares me. The quick answer is that because we expect this, and then we're going to get 5 more waves down, and that's going to scare everybody to death. I know that seems very bearish, but talk about those things tomorrow. Okay, with that said, I'm looking. I have a nice finished impulse wave here. Okay, now I have it looks to be a finished impulse off of that, 5 waves off, and now I'm looking for 3 waves back down. So let's go to the small time frame and look for 3 waves back down to the downside. Looking for some kind of A, B, and then C. Something like that. Let me pull the fibs, see what kind of targets we would get. Yeah, we'd be looking at targets right down here, testing these wicks down here, about $2,400, top of this wave right there. So we'd be testing that, this area zone right in there. $2,500 in that ballpark. It could go all the way down to 24. It could wick all the way to the bottom of this wave as well. Possibility there, guys. And that's if we get something simple to the downside. So we'd be looking for 5 waves, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves simple, coming all the way down. Okay, it's going to feel very bearish for a bit. It's going to scare everybody. Once it finishes its move, we'd be looking for more upside. Now, I hope it gives us something simple like this, but the market hardly ever gives us anything that simple. But that's an idea. That's an idea. So basically, on the macro scale, we'd be watching for waves. The waves would be sorry about that. This would be a large A wave, a B wave, and we'd be looking for C. Okay. Again, we could get something much more complex in here, much more complex 2 wave. It could be something like this. It could protract a long time and then go up, and so it feels like forever sideways and then go up and be a 3 wave move, and then we'd be looking for down after that. So either down if it's simple like this, if it's complex like this, and we'd be still looking down. So I'll bring a detailed video on that tomorrow. But right now my bias is bullish. However, in the short term, like today, tomorrow, we're going to be either seeing down a pretty steep down move, or we're going to see corrective waves that just kind of feel like they just chop sideways, but they're going to be oscillating within a range for a bit before taking that final bow down to our targets, about $2,500 for Ethereum and about $32,000 to $35,000 on Ethereum. Not Ethereum, but Bitcoin.
So, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Hope that was helpful to you. Hope that was what enlightening, and hope that at least helps you understand what wave structures might be coming our way. I know there's a lot here, and so you could rewind and look at that again. But just to kind of give you a final summary here, what we're looking for is just a simple three-wave move. Okay, just a simple three-wave move back to the upside before we get more downside to go. Okay, that's what I think the market's going to be doing. There's always the option that it could just start impulsing to the upside, although I don't think that is going to happen, and I'll tell you why based on this wave tomorrow in tomorrow's video. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great day. Share the love in the comments. Thanks again for stopping by the channel. I really, really appreciate all of you who take the time to make comments, who've subscribed to the channel, who hit the like button. Guys, you're just a blessing to me and my family, and I thank you for that. It just means a lot, and I just want to say thanks so much. So it's motivated me to keep getting videos out to you, and I want to keep doing that. So my schedule right now is I'm making videos on Sunday nights. We do Sunday night charts live, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Okay, and I said tomorrow, but I meant Saturday for Saturday's video. Who knows? I may bring a video tomorrow as a bonus Friday, but especially if something happens significant in the market. With all of that said, thank you for again stopping by. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye bye.